Welcome to Falcon Planet.
What's up, Falcons fans? Falcon Planet's back. I'm Colin.
I'm Dusty.
And we're going to talk about the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Cincinnati Bengals this Sunday at 1 o'clock. It should be a great game.
Yes.
I'm going to talk about the Atlanta offense going up against this Cincinnati defense. It's obviously a better defense than the Saints. You got guys like King Dunlap, guys on this, especially the defensive line.
Yes, in the front seven, it's gonna be a hard battle in the trenches.
The trenches, exactly. What does our offensive line got to do to make sure that we get the line of scrimmage taken care of and we can march down the field on this team?
Well, Jake Matthews is questionable for the game, and hopefully he'll play because that'll help out a lot.
Definitely. Everybody's saying he looks like a 5-year veteran. We're definitely going to need him. But guys like Gabe Karimi, Coach Mike Smith said that he's had a great week of practice. They were very pleased with the way he played against the Saints at left tackle. Obviously, I would rather have Jake Matthews out there than Gabe Karimi. But if it's Gabe Karimi out there, he knows how to play. He started a lot of games in Chicago. He knows Mike Tice, the defensive line coach, very well. So, you know, I don't want to see him out there. But if he plays, by all means, I have confidence in him that'll do good. What player on our offense do you think will have a great game?
It's going to be hard because if we can't keep the defensive line to a check, then it's going to be hard for Matt Ryan to make anybody good.
Right. The pocket will collapse a lot quicker.
Right. If they make him feel uncomfortable, it's going to be a tough game for us.
Right. Well, say hypothetically the offensive line's playing great. You had to pick a wide receiver out there. Roddy White, Julio Jones, Harry Douglas, Devin Hester. Who do you pick?
I'd pick Julio because, you know, I don't know who's going to guard him. It might be Pac-Man or I don't know who else.
Yeah,
is on the defense,
we're not really all that familiar with the corners on the Bengals, which who is. Nothing against them. They're a great team defense, but obviously their strong point is their front seven.
I don't think Harry would have as good of a game because of their front seven.
You don't think so?
No.
You know, you never know. It seems like Harry Douglas is always open for some reason, but
he's gonna be open in the middle. He's usually open in the middle, and that's where they're really good at.
I would probably agree with Julio Jones too. It's funny because I feel like in the Saints game he had kind of a quiet game.
Right.
Other than the fumble, I don't count. You know, that was an exciting, terrible play for us. But I'm talking about catching the football. I feel like it was kind of a boring day for Julio Jones, even though he had 107 yards and led the team in receiving. I feel like it was a boring day. So you didn't see Matt Ryan take any deep shots, even though Matt Ryan set a career best, I believe, 9 passes over 15 yards completed in the game against the Saints. That's a record for Matt Ryan. But you didn't see 50-yard throws downfield.
No. I mean, you saw a couple of shots, but
right. I feel like we'll see more of that definitely this game. I feel like you'll see him take shots down to Julio, and I feel like Julio will catch one.
As long as he has time to throw.
Right. If you see Matt Ryan getting antsy, obviously you're not going to have enough time for that play to develop downfield, and if you force it, that's when trouble happens. That's when interceptions happen. So what do you think the offensive line is going to do? Obviously, this front seven's good. If you had to predict how this offense is going to perform compared to last week, how do you think we're going to do?
I honestly think we're going to struggle this game.
You think so?
I think it'll be a big difference in the game. I actually think we'll lose by a touchdown.
Really? I think we'll win. I feel like I just can't trust Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton is hit or miss. I feel like he's a solid quarterback.
He's a game manager.
He's a game manager. I just don't feel like he has that star potential.
No.
He's a B-plus quarterback. He's not in that A-plus quarterback that it seems like when Matt Ryan has got receivers healthy and he's got a good offensive line, Matt Ryan is in that category as a top 5 quarterback. Andy Dalton will never be that guy. And I just don't trust him. I mean, who do they have
I think he's very
A.J. Green
I think
the ball?
I think the Bengals are very limited with A.J. Without Andy.
Yeah, with Andy Dalton, you have A.J. Green, obviously.
Right.
Great, I would say second best wide receiver behind Calvin Johnson.
In the top 5.
For sure.
At least.
Tyler Eifert, which was his second most targeted guy in the game against the Ravens, is on injured reserve. Loses him. Giovanni Bernard is a great running back, I feel like. Solid guy. He can catch a lot of passes like he did against the Ravens. But other than that, who are they going to throw the ball to? You got guys like Jermaine Gresham. It seems like he's getting up there in age. I just worry that they're not going to have that many weapons to throw the ball to, and it's really going to help our defense for sure.
Well, if our defense can just, bring the offense to the halt,
right,
we can win the game.
I think that's what's going to happen. Because if you think about it this way, our weakness, I feel like, is in the nickel. If you're talking about the secondary, the nickel spot, the Robert McClain, Javier Arenas, Josh Wilson. That's our weakness. But you got two really good corners in Desmond Trufant and Robert Alford. Desmond Trufant most likely will be going up against A.J. Green every time. That leaves Robert Alford guarding whoever they have out there second. And I feel like that's all they've got. I don't feel like Robert McClain is going to have to guard anybody overly that good. And I think that's going to play right into our favor. I feel like that's going to help out our defensive line, who struggled last week and didn't get any pressure on Drew Brees. I don't feel like we're going to get any pressure this week either. But I feel like they don't have nearly the amount of weapons as the Saints have. So I feel like our defense is going to be able to get off the field, because the Bengals we saw were terrible on third down in the game. 4 for 14, 28% on third down last week. That's not going to get the job done.
No.
So, what do you think it's going to take to win the game? Flat out, what is it going to take? What do we need to do?
It's just you got to keep Matt Ryan comfortable. If he's not comfortable in the pocket, then he's going to have a tough game.
Right. I would agree with that. How do you think our run game is going to do against this front seven? Do you think our run game is going to be non-existent?
I don't think it's going to do that well. I mean, if the offensive line can't create holes, then Steven Jackson can't run.
Right.
Which
I actually think this might be a good thing. Here's why. We have guys like Jaquiz Rodgers and Devontae Freeman, very small, nimble guys that don't necessarily need a very big hole to run the ball, like Steven Jackson does. So maybe, Steven Jackson's obviously going to go up there first. He's probably going to get shut down on 5 to 10 carries for 20 yards, something terrible like that. So why not bring in Devontae Freeman to run the ball and see what he can do? He's done nothing but make plays. Every time he's had his hands on the ball, he's made a play. I've yet to see him make a mistake on the offense preseason, last week. The guy's got very good potential.
The two big I predict that Freeman and Rodgers are going to have two big games, but it's not going to be in rushing. I think it's going to be passing. It's going to be dump-off passes and stuff like that.
I would be perfectly fine with that.
Yeah.
I feel like that will really
That's where they're going to make their mark in this game.
That's a very good point, especially with how good this defensive line is and the pressure they're going to put on Matt Ryan. Dump off some screens to him. Throw some short passes. You'll probably see Julio Jones, get a couple screens to him. Hopefully he doesn't fumble the ball again. But
hey, he looked really fast, okay?
He did look super fast. Just please, Julio, hold on to the ball.
His foot's fine now.
His foot's fine. I feel like it's going to be a very exciting game. The Bengals are ranked 5th right now in the power rankings, and we're ranked 9th. We made a very big jump up. Right now, everybody doesn't know if the Falcons are for real because of the high-scoring game. We were at home, so technically we were expected to win regardless of who we were playing.
Right.
But we are going up against a team that everybody so far has predicted to be the Seahawks' biggest challenge other than the 49ers. You got the Seahawks, you got the 49ers, and you got the Saints. And if Atlanta came out and beat them, then who is the Atlanta Falcons? I saw on NFL.com several different videos, several different columns about are the Atlanta Falcons for real? And I feel like we'll find that out. We'll find that out this Sunday. It's going to be a very different game. You won't see the numbers put up offensively as last week, but you obviously won't see our defense give up 34 points again. And if we do, then we're going to lose, no doubt about it, because we're not going to score 34 points against this defense. I'm going to put out my prediction of the score, and then I'll let you put yours out. I'm going to say the Atlanta Falcons win this game 24-14.
I think the Bengals are going to win, I would say about 31-24.
I hope that doesn't happen, obviously.
I don't either.
But as Falcon Planet, we got to be real sometimes. We're Falcons fans. We're huge Falcons fans. But we got to keep it real. So don't hate on Dusty for picking us to lose. It's a fair.
You can hate if you want to.
It's a fair opinion. All this is opinionated. We're just putting out what we think, our expertise. what we've reviewed.
Expertise.
Yeah. How do you like our setup? We got a brand new mic, which is awesome. We got a brand new light in front of us, which is hopefully shining better on us. The sound quality is going to be great. Shout out to our Saints video. Took off after the game. It's at 1,500 views and climbing right now. Let's make that happen every video. Obviously, that's our goal. We are now, I believe, 3 subscribers away from 300. At 300, we have a drawing for a picture.
Who was it on there?
I can't remember, but if you watch...
Are we going to let them choose?
Yeah, you can pick, but if you watch our preseason video, our preseason recap video with me and Dusty, watch that video and you can figure out exactly what the prices are.
I think we've got who? Jake Matthews.
Jake Matthews autograph picture.
Hageman.
Rashid Hageman.
Freeman.
Matt Bosher.
We have Freeman, right?
No, I'm not selling that one.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. Hey, if you make
You're definitely not giving that Devin Hester one away.
Devin Hester is staying right here. But that's all we got. It's going to be a great game.
You would take a high price on that, though, wouldn't you? Somebody was like, hey, I want $300 for that thing.
You can have it.
Okay.
Make a deal. But to get in the drawing...
It's a little overpriced, though.
To get in the drawing for the picture at 300 subscribers, you have to be subscribed to us. We'll put all the subscribers in a hat, or however we do it. We'll draw one out. We'll pick a winner, and we'll mail it to you for free. So that's a great prize. Thank you for all the support we've got so far this year. Let's keep it going. Let's keep the views coming in. We're only going to get bigger and better. I feel like this is our best technical quality video yet. We'll always, be getting better with how good we talk and how good we know the Falcons in the NFL. But I feel like this is a great video. I can't wait for the game. It's going to be pretty exciting to see Julio Jones go up against AJ Green and Pac-Man Jones. So we'll see you later, Falcons fans. Leave comments about the game. Subscribe to us. Tell your friends about us. Blow us up. Follow us on Twitter at Falcon Planet. We would love nothing better to talk to you personally, one-on-one. So keep everything coming. We really appreciate it, guys. So we'll see you after the game. Go Falcons.